Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's agree to this. Government's revenues come from taxes. Taxes come from the government taxing private institutions and people and other stuff, not taxing governmental employees. Those are not taxes because the governmental employees are usually paid by taxes taken from the private institutions, people that produce. So, just to make sure, when you say that the government gives and the government does, takes from some and gives to whatever they feel like. All right? This is how it goes. The problem is when the government takes from some and enriches companies, private companies, and then because it's necessary. This is what I analyze, or I came to the conclusion a long time ago, but this is an example how the governments work together with the arms manufacturing companies using taxpayers' money. All right, and to give it to Ukraine that has no money. So it's like I produce something with you guys, you work for me, and I sell it to me and I pay me with your money. Something like that. Let me show you this example. Ukraine will receive 50 Leopard 1, very important, tanks. They will receive them bought by Germany, the German taxpayers, from Rheinmetall, private arms company, that bought it with the German taxpayers' money from a Belgian private arms company, tanks that the Belgian government gave it to them, sold them to them. They wanted to buy it back, but they said, no, it's an unreasonable price. So the Belgians sold it to Rheinmetall, and Rheinmetall, with the taxpayers, the government's money, pay for it so they can buy it from the Belgian company so they can sell it to Ukraine after they get refurbished. This is from the aid package, defense saving lives package Germany sends to Ukraine from the taxpayers. So let's see who's fucked here. The Belgian government not involved anymore. It got its money 15 years ago when they decommissioned them because they were too expensive. They said, well, we need some money, we do this and so on. Sold it to this private company. I will have about 5 articles here to show you all this. Then this company said, we want to sell it to you back, or the Belgian government wanted it back. And these guys, the Belgian company, the private company, said, we want to sell it to you. This is the price. And the Belgians said, that's unacceptable, too much. Okay, we'll sell it to other idiots. The German government said, we're going to give Ukraine money. Hey, how about we buy it? But we're not going to buy it. We're going to buy it through Rheinmetall. We're going to give it to Rheinmetall. We're going to give Rheinmetall money to refurbish them. Undisclosed price, probably way above the Belgians would have paid for it. After they refurbish it, they're going to sell it to Ukraine. Ukraine will not pay back because it's an aid. If I give aid, aid is love. So let me start with this article first. Coming from, I think this is, Insider. This is August 9th, 2023. At 6:58 a.m., an arms dealer says he sold 49 second-hand Leopard 1 tanks to an undisclosed EU country to send to Ukraine. Now, we know the dealer is a Belgian dealer. It's a Belgian private arms manufacturer. Undisclosed EU country is Germany. And the Leopard 1 tanks, I think this is a crime to send this Leopard 1 tanks to fight against the Russians in Ukraine. The reason why is this, my friends. Leopard 1 was designed in 1956 to 1961, produced until 1984. This is a Godzilla tank. And you send this to fight the Russians. So that's a crime because there will be Ukrainians supposedly in this kind of ancient tanks that the Russians will destroy. Oh, Emil, they will be refurbished, they will put this, they will put that. Okay, my friends, whatever. If you're on their side on this one, I just fear and I'm concerned with the Ukrainian crew members operating a 1956, possibly 1961 designed. What was that technology then? That's why sometimes you think about the moon landing in the end of 1968, I think it was. Well, in August, I think, or whatever it was. Doesn't really matter, July, something like that, right? And when that happened, they had a technology of 1968. Can you imagine that? Raise some questions? Just questions. Rheinmetall is the purchaser, but let's go back to this article. An arms dealer said he sold 49 Leopard 1 tanks to an unnamed blah blah blah. We already know that one. So again, they keep this unidentified tra-la-lu-lu-la-la-la. But we find out later, where is that? Right here, that the tanks were 50 decommissioned Leopard 1 tanks from Belgium for just over 40,000 each. So, Freddy, again, they keep it with unidentified. We already know it. We're right here. German newspaper Handelsblatt, meanwhile, reported that the Leopard 1 tanks were bought by German arms maker Rheinmetall. This is a private company. So private versus private. For use in Ukraine, and that the deal involved 50 tanks. So Freddy Versluis, CEO of private defense company OIP Land Systems, told The Guardian he sold the tanks that once belonged to Belgium to a major European nation, but was unable to name the country publicly. He also said that was not able to reveal the price of the deal, but The Guardian reported he previously bought 50 decommissioned Leopard tanks from Belgium for just over $40,000 each. Wow, I can buy a tank right now. So with my watch, I give them a watch, they give me the $40,000 tank. Just kidding. So the Leopard 1. So we already know what happened here. And we're gonna find some more. Even after agreeing to send the tanks, blah blah blah, that's unimportant, that one. So this is as now on this article. Well, we move on. We go to this article from the Kiev Independent, and this is from yesterday. Rheinmetall purchases 50 Leopard 1 tanks and will supply 30 to Ukraine as of now. The German manufacturer Rheinmetall was identified as the previously unknown buyer who recently purchased 50 Leopard 1 tanks from Belgian company OIP Land Systems. Now, this is important right here, my friends. The tanks came from a stockpile owned by Freddy Versluis, CEO of Belgian defense company OIP Land Systems, who bought 50 tanks a decade ago, when the Belgian military sold them to reduce expenditures. So the Belgian says, well, we can't have him, you can have him for now. Okay, I get him. Belgian Defense Minister Ludwin de Dobabiububi announced in January 2023 that the government wanted to buy the tanks to donate. Not donate, they're going to buy it with the Belgians' taxpayers' money. There's no donation, someone is paying. There's no such thing as a free meal, unless it's rotten. Alright, donate to Ukraine. However, the Donner said the asking price was unreasonable, a claim Versluis denied. So the Belgians said the price was unreasonable, it's okay, we send it to the idiots. Pam pam. So these guys reported in April that Rheinmetall is preparing to supply 50 Leopard 1 tanks to Ukraine, citing the company's CEO. Alright, now let's go here. Rheinmetall. Right? Rheinmetall AG is a German automotive and arms manufacturer, headquarters in Düsseldorf, Germany. Its shares are traded on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Okay? Is it private? What do you think? Let's go back to these guys. We're done with this one. We go to the last article right here. The Telegraph, they just woke up 8 hours ago. Germany buys dozens of obsolete tanks to refurbish and send to Ukraine. Now we know Germany pays, because right here you thought that Rheinmetall is the guy. They purchase it, but right now we find out that it's Germany who buys them. So you have to see, you have to go through and dig this garbage to find out the whole little scheme. Germany has bought dozens of Leopard tanks that were gathering dust in a Belgian warehouse to send them to Ukraine, according to reports. The 50 Leopard 1 tanks had been sold off as obsolete by the Belgian military to private arms dealers in the country more than 5 years ago. A decade, they said. The majority of them will be overhauled by defense giant Rheinmetall and shipped to Ukraine as part of German military package, with others will be dismantled for spare parts. You got that? But Berlin promises to fund blah 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 tra la la. Clear now? The German taxpayers' money was used by the German government to buy these tanks from a Belgian private arms company that were not able to sell it to the Belgian government because they asked too much. But it's okay, the Germans are rich, right? And they bought it and they gave it to Rheinmetall. They will refurbish them, they will be paid obviously, and all that, they will get their profit, and then they will sell it Mocha, zero, to Ukraine. Now, the Belgians just avoided to be but it's okay, the Germans, deep. Then the Belgian private company got the money. They're celebrating right now with champagne, chocolate, and ladies of the night. Rheinmetall got work to do and money, so they doing the same thing with those Belgians. And then you have what? The government of Germany, we're virtuous, we help Ukraine, and we're gonna do this. And the German people, go to work. Werk, mein Freund. Go to werk, okay? And then the Ukrainians, give us, we're gonna sell it on the black market to whomever gives us more. We're gonna have an auction. We're not gonna sell them at a fixed price. We're gonna organize auctions, okay? The Americans are with us. We're gonna find out these kind of things in about 5 years after all this BS goes away. We're gonna find out when some people will be given the sign, now you can publish it. And the guy's already ready. Click, they just change a few dates, numbers, send it, published, and they will be best-selling authors. Only they. You can write the same shit or even better. Nobody will hear from you. Nobody heard from that guys. But hey, somehow they are promoted. Why? Because that's a little group of people that love one another too much. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. That's how this BS works. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.